Welcome back to another Wednesday edition of the No Stopping Kev Show. What's good, man?
Everything good. Just everything good. I see you got your Sixers episode, your Sixers gear on.
Yeah, that's what I want to talk about too, because I kind of like what I've been seeing. Like, a lot of people were critical of us going into the season. Like, oh, they don't have any shooters. They lost Jimmy. But I think that given the first few games of the season, we're in a good spot, and I think we're only going to get better.
We started out what? 3-0? 4-0? What was
I think
it?
we might have been 4-0, and then we dropped 2.
No, we dropped 3 now. We lost last night.
Phoenix, Utah, Denver.
Yeah.
That's a tough one.
But you know what? The funny thing is, they came back from 21 down.
Yeah.
And last night, they lost. Well, that's not just last night, the other night.
Oh, yeah. So you're saying against Utah, we came back, right?
No, was it? No, Portland. We came back from 21 down.
You're right. That defense picked it up.
Last night we played
Denver,
and Denver came back on us.
Yeah.
You know, I guess that happens in basketball, but you can't do that now. But they lost 3 games on the road.
We didn't have Embiid for Portland, right?
We didn't have Embiid for no.
Yeah, he didn't play against Portland.
He didn't. Yeah, right.
He's
right.
suspended. We didn't have Ben last night against Denver. So I wonder if that kind of, although I think our backup guards stepped up, Neto and Trey Burke. I think we got good minutes out of them. Yeah. But it just would have been interesting to see if that game would have been different if we had Ben, because I think matchups are a little bit different.
Well, it probably would have been. With Ben, it probably would have been different. Like last night, it probably would be.
I still don't know how I feel about Ben's game when it comes to him not shooting the ball. Like, right now it's been fine, but I guess I became concerned when Phoenix put Aaron Baines on him. They put their center on him, and big body, somebody that Ben can't just bully. So he kind of gave him a jump shot, but Ben still will look to drive in and dish, which seems like on a lot of nights it does work, because he does get penetration, and if he gets a lane, he can make a layup. So I'm starting to get a little bit away from he has to be able to hit a jump shot, because he can still be effective at doing what he does. I just think that he will need to shoot it at certain points to keep him honest.
Right. That's what I was gonna say. You got to take the shot. And then what? Maybe then he gets some confidence.
Yeah.
Because one way I used to do it, if I was off, I used to try to get to the foul line. That was told me to get to the foul line and make a free throw.
Yeah.
And that's all he got to take the shot sometimes. He's definitely gonna have to take it.
And especially if that's all they're giving him.
Yeah.
And I think for now it's working. A lot of people were also critical that, losing JJ, they don't have a shooter. Korkmaz kind of has been emerging as one of our catch and shoot guys, but I think what helps us a lot is, we kind of run with 2 bigs, but they're not your 2 standard bigs like back in the day.
Oh,
so
definitely
they
not.
both can hit a jump shot from outside, and B can put the ball on the floor, which sometimes he might do a little bit too much. I think he got watching him last night against Denver. There's times where he has this man beat. Yeah. Then he spins back. And I'm like, just keep going with your left and go up and dunk the ball.
It's funny because I watch I used to watch a lot of players and a lot of young players that was coming up, and we talk about this sometimes, and I was talking about some of the older guys. We talk about that. We'll watch a man, they're too busy looking pretty. Like, they'll shake a guy and then they have him beat, but then they shake the guy right back on him.
Give him a chance
it's
to
so
recover.
funny. Yeah. It's so funny. Instead of, once you get that advantage, go with that advantage.
Yeah, so that's something else I'm looking for. But I do like Uncle Al has been killing. He's been on nights when Embiid isn't playing, he holds it down. Then I also think he's a good compliment because, they double. He's out there knocking down shots. He's also making plays inside.
Yeah.
And, Josh Richardson has also been playing very well at the 2 spot. And sometimes at the 1. His ability to kind of penetrate, hit a mid-range shot, even knock down threes from time to time. So I'm happy. I'm confident the Sixers can,
Yeah.
if we stay healthy, we can get to the finals.
Yeah, how that gonna really play a lot. But I'm just disappointed in them and disappointed of them giving up that 21-point lead.
Yeah, you never like to see that.
Yeah, but it happens. It happens to the best. So they still are one of the top teams.
Yeah, it's good. It's early in the season, so
Yeah.
you be able to build from it.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes that needs to happen, just so that it forces you to focus on okay, we got to close out a game. We got to make sure once we get up, we can close out a game because they one of the better defensive teams in the league.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, they definitely.
Which, when you think about it, helps make up for the lack of 3-point shooting, right? Because if you can you can force turnovers, kind of slow the game down, limit another team's number of possessions,
Right. Yeah.
then the 3 ball has less of an effect. If you got more possessions and you try and choose for threes, it's going to hurt you a little bit more than if, there's a less number of 2s and 3s being traded. And, I mean, we are hitting some 3s. I don't know where we're stacking up right now against the rest of the league. But at least from a defensive perspective, we're holding teams to, some nights under 100 points. If we can kind of keep them right around that spot, we're in a good position.
Yeah.
So I like where the Sixers are at. I like where we're headed. And, just when playoffs roll around, hopefully we can kind of steamroll through the East. Might meet up with Milwaukee or whoever. But hopefully we can play, get a couple sweeps in there, or a couple gentlemen sweeps, go 4-1. And then we just got to see who comes out of the West. And I was talking to Coach Antoine, and I was like, man, I want to see what we look like against some of the elite West teams. And he was like, well, the good thing is, you don't have to go through them to get to the finals, right?
Yeah.
You don't have to face them in the finals, but I mean, you can focus on preparing for that one team. Good thing is you don't got to go through them to get there.
Well, like I always say, it always depends on, like, sometimes when you match up, when you match up, not whoever you go to, how you match up against them. Like, you could prepare, but if you can't match up, then it's going to be a tough road anyway.
Yeah, and I think we can match up pretty well with a lot of teams out there just because we have so much length. I think that's going to help us a lot.
Well, like you said, it's early, and it's some different players, so you got to see how the gel comes together.
And shifting gears out to the West Coast, I think LeBron has been playing. He's been looking pretty good this year.
Well, you can't take nothing from LeBron.
Man, I probably shouldn't even go down that road with you. But, a lot of people have, I think the thing coming out last season was that he was washed. So he calls himself the washed king. Like washed up. He's been proven that he's not washed.
I don't think he washed up.
Yeah, nah.
I wouldn't say he washed up.
He's proven, or he's definitely making a case for, having an MVP season at age, 34, 35?
Well, I mean, like I said, LeBron could play. LeBron definitely. But you know what? It's still early.
Yeah, you're right.
It's still early.
You're right. So we're going to see. We can revisit, where he stands come January, December, January.
Yeah. I'm saying that, it's early. Like, it's a long season. It's still a long season.
Yeah, so.
And right now, it's really not no pressure.
Yeah, not yet.
Yeah.
It'll be coming.
Yeah.
We'll have some fun conversations in the postseason, I'm sure.
Definitely.
Yeah, this will be our first year having a podcast, being able to talk about NBA playoffs.
Well, we're gonna talk about the season first of all.
Yeah, we're gonna have some heated debates too, so I'm looking forward to that. But gotta get ready to bounce. You want to tell people where they can find us?
Nah, you can do that.
All right, you got it next time.
Okay. All right.
Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Play, Stitcher, and Podbean. And also, where can they watch us at?
On the tube.
Ooh, fancy on the tube. Yeah, so check us out on the tube. Make sure you subscribe. Also, send this episode, no matter what platform you listen on it through, send it to a friend. Just one friend, maybe two if you feeling good. More if feeling even better. I always like to drop things in group chats.
And then
More
tell
bang
them
for
to
my
pass
buck.
it on.
Yeah,
Then
exactly.
Tell them to pass it on.
But yeah, we gotta get up out of here. Thank y'all for tuning in. Same time, same place next week. We out.
Peace.